What's happening, Bulls? Uncle Bill here from Dead Pit, and I didn't know he set the shit for 11:30. Like, I ain't gonna be here at 11:30. What the fuck am I gonna talk about for 30 minutes going into this sale? Like, the last sale was just rad. I mean, when I say rad, I mean the last sale was just really about the fact they had out of print copies of rad. So, let's go ahead and go over to the Totally Rad Labor Day weekend spectacular and see if what we got here about 6 minutes. Let's see what we can get into on here. How's everybody doing though? Everybody have a lovely first day of the holiday weekend, I hope. It's nice to see some of the familiar faces on here, and the mayor's on here, and Raised on Fiction, and Brent Madison, and Michael Kelly, Kevin Dudley. Vice Academy would be nice. That's the one that I would kind of hope for, as well as uh Texas Chainsaw 2. They didn't get a lot of people's money yet, really. I don't think that last part of that really, like, you know, caused a great deal of excitement, except for maybe the people that really wanted Rad. So we're gonna go to Saturday out of print because I think that's the only thing that changes. I don't think anything else except the out of print titles actually changed today. So let's go ahead and make that visible here. We'll do some of this shit here. Do that right there. And then here we go, because we are going to get started. So, yeah, 3 minutes and some change. So, an Uncle Rad appearance. I never know what the hell that guy's going to do, like when he's going to show up or anything like that. It's crazy. Michael Kelly says he picked up Miami Connection. That was another big one. Slip was kind of mid looking, but I didn't have the movie yet. Yeah, I mean, it's a great movie. I guess it doesn't really matter what the slip is. If there's one thing that I've learned over the last couple of years, it's like slips are really not that important at this point. Uh, yeah, that's what I did. I was like, fuck everybody. Didn't get their shipping notices. Nick B. Yeah. Yeah, most of us have, unfortunately. That would be tomorrow at 12 noon is when I think they're going to announce the new September drops. The only thing different today, like I said, is just the out of print tiles that they're going to put on here. I mean, I may be wrong about this, but I don't think they're going to have a lot of killer stuff on this sale just because it's right in between like the big drop tomorrow and the first part of it, which was rad. So maybe they'll have one big title everybody's looking for. I'm ready to order over here just in case they dump something, but I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of faith in these sales anymore, if I'm being honest. I mean, how many have we been through? Probably 10, 15 in the last couple of years that have been like, and out of those, maybe a couple of them have been really, really good. But on the bright side, Vinegar Syndrome doesn't seem to rarely screw up quality control wise, and they're one of the better ones shipping wise. They do have some delays a lot of times on the sale part, but all in all, they seem to do okay. So we have, let's see, we got a showing here. I can't stand the way they got this set up with that drop down screen. 0 products right now. Got a couple of minutes left here. Vinegary stench booty cheeks. Subscriber week prices were better just a month or so ago. Yeah, the background on here is radtastic. 19 seconds, bulls. Okay, let's see what we got. Got the vinegar syndrome countdown, but I ain't even gonna bother with that shit because I'm sure it ain't gonna be worth going through all that trouble. Let's go ahead and refresh. Holy Lord. God damn. Yeah, okay. So number one, I was right. Jesus, bulls, like what? I mean, I think I would have thrown in one thing in there that was worth a shit. Good God. Okay, so you've got these are all partner label titles that I guess are out of print. Saturn's Core, David the Rock Nelson Collection. I have no idea what that is. Husera, Night Chills, Scrapbook, which is Eric Stanzi. I love Eric Stanzi, but I mean, severe injuries. It's awful. Um, Probably one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time is Outwaters. Just depending on like what you like. I don't know what the Harbinger is. Vile 21, no idea. Where the Devil Roams, no idea. Yeah, I mean, this has got to be one of the top contenders for bullshit that Vinegar Syndrome has done. So let's just get. I'm just getting the fuck out of there because that's stupid. I don't think they updated anything on the sale, but we can look. You can get the 28 days later vinyl soundtrack. Bio Zombie, which I unfortunately already bought. Jesus. That's just the same shit, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Let's go to just to see. Let's go to browse all out of print. Alley Cat. I don't remember that one. Maybe that was on there. It's about time. Boarding house. Body melt. Was that? I don't remember that one being on there either. Oh, bulls. There's only 41 of those left in stock. That's the standard edition, though. Ain't nobody gives a shit about that. Well, I'm sure some people give a shit about it, but the real edition people were waiting for on that was they had like a pretty slick, like that cover right there was pretty sought after for a while. Boarding house, I don't recommend, but let's see. Dark room, Dear Dead Delilah, Death Row Game Show. It looks like they did put stuff on here. Don't open till Christmas, which is great. Forgotten Giallo Volume 3. Okay. Which is what is that? The box set's $59.99. Well, there's a couple of ones on here that are okay. Uh, Pigs. Did they have pigs? I don't remember that one. Standard edition of that one. Psycho Sisters. Rest in Pieces. I remember that one being on there. Shatter Dead. I don't know. Was Schizoid and X-Ray out of print? If it was, it must have been like recently out of print. Spookies. Oh, they got the slipcover. Okay. All right. Well, Spookies is a high recommendation. Splatter University. Amityville. The Hearse. I haven't seen that one in forever. That's the standard edition, though. But I mean, bulls. Texas Chainsaw 2. Holy Lord. It's the standard edition. But still, if you don't have it, let's see. I bet that's limited. Does well, no, it's 857 apparently. They found an extra 1,000 of those somewhere. Bet that'll sell out by the end of the day, probably. There's The Uninvited. I love that movie. That's another one that I highly would recommend. 4 of them are left in stock, so yeah. Go ahead and get that. Oh, wow, did they? Okay, so Dallas says they put up 18 copies of Texas Chainsaw 2 in the slip box. Never checked out faster in my life. Yeah, I missed it even just like yeah. Good Lord in heaven. Uh, oh, okay. So they for some reason, like, they put these, like, a couple of partner labels in there first that were the ones that I actually looked at, and then, like, added a bunch of other shit. That's fucking that's lame. Okay, so this is the actual the whole Saturday drop. Alley Cat's already sold out. That movie's okay. Amityville, God, Boarding House, meh. Body Mail, nah. Don't know anything about any of these in this row, if I'm being honest. Don't Until Christmas is great. Uh, Death Row Game Show is goofy. I don't know anything about Dear Dead Delilah. Homegrown Horse Volume 1 is on there now. Madman is on there. Nightmares. I tried to get through that one and just thought it was boring. Pigs. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, Psycho Sisters just don't. Skits, all this stuff. Spookies, you definitely need to hurry up and get that one. The Boogeyman. I mean, I can't really tell you like if the Boogeyman is a good or a bad film. It's definitely a unique film. I'll say that. The Incredible Melting Man has some of the best special effects ever, but it's not. I mean, it's not a film that I go back to at all. The Hearse has been out of print forever. Texas Chainsaw was on there for a brief period, which is what a lot of people were hoping for. Da, 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 da. Undead is a good one. Killing Birds, that one's been out of print. Yeah. The Zombie 5. How many's left of that? 479. Yeah. It's a goofy movie. I mean, it's okay for a goofy movie. Fucking drop down screen. Okay, so this sale was actually better than I thought. initially. Like I said, Wrath of that I mean, it's technically it's a slasher. It's a weird meditation on trauma, I think. It's not made by a very competent director, but it's got some sort of weird charm to it. Dirk, there's a couple of things on there, yeah. Um, I mean, as compared to yesterday, it's actually a little bit better, which I didn't think at first because when I first got on here, there was like only 9 titles, and then they put up like whatever else, like another 20 titles while I was or 50 titles, it looks like, while I was just like trying to figure out what the hell was going on. Um, so if I'm gonna tell you, like, if I'm gonna buy any of this stuff, tough, man, because I have a lot of this stuff. I mean, yeah, most of the ones that are really popular and the ones that are selling out, I already own. Splatter University, I've got. Spookies, I've got. Uh, Rest in Pieces, I've got. Schizoid, I've got. Amityville, I've got. Boogeyman, I've got. Terror, I think I even have Terror. I've got the Hearse. Incredible Melting Man, I don't care. The Outwaters, I wouldn't fucking buy that movie. If somebody threw it at me as like a life preserver and I was drowning, fucking grab that movie. Um, Texas Chainsaw 2, I've got. Undead, I've got. Uninvited, I've got. It already sold out, but that's a great film. I mean, it's not great. It's a great bad movie. Let's put it that way. And then Killing Birds, yeah. So I don't. There's nothing on here for me to buy really. Um, Zach says Alley Cat was gone before he could even click on it. Yep. Don't answer the phone I got for 10, but it's a high recommend. Yeah, it's a good one. Spirit says awful sale. Anyway, I think Darcy from Last Drive In is a Dead Pit fan. She brought up Tom Atkins last night. She said, "Who's to say?" When Joe Bob asked her a question about him. Huh. That would be amazing if that was the case, but I highly doubt it. Why even bother listing? Why even bother listing these with 10 slips available? Save them for convention booths. They're trying to help everybody out. That's all they're doing. Spookies has a different slip cover. Yeah, homegrown is good. Um, is the hearse any good? The hearse is a good ghost spirit flick. I mean, it depends on like when people say is something any good, like I have to know kind of what like your taste in movies is. Like if you're into those kind of movies, like slow burn kind of ghost films, then yeah. If you're into more like the high action slatter film, slatter is a combination of slasher and splatter films, by the way. Then probably not if you're into those. Let's see, is there anything else on here? Let's check their media stuff. I'm curious. I bet they did not add any slipcovers on here. Was Blood Harvest on there? Hmm. Yeah, maybe it was. I can't remember. I need to keep track of what shit they put up here, actually. Let's see if there's just any old thing on the front here. No, that's pretty much stayed the same. Um, Anything else that I'm missing on this? Uh, Sean says he's never been able to check out on time an item that is like 10 available copies. It never works. Kevin says he was able to snag Alley Cat. Oh, Dirk also says, yeah, Hearst is a good ghost flick. Yeah. Everything I put in my cart sold out before I could check out. This is gonna be tough, like, 'cause I mean, they're not lying on some of these tiles that they're putting up, like, a really limited amount. When I go in there and look, it's like, 40, 10, 4, 5, like, it's gonna be near impossible to get some of those unless you're just already happen to be on there, like, looking at it at the time you see the Texas says that Tragedy Girls is decent. That's high for the Amityville Horror. What the fuck? I didn't even look at the price. Hold on. You notice how quick, like when I click back on here, almost everything is sold out. Let's see what Dear Dead Delilah is, because I know that one doesn't. 26 left in stock. Yeah. So if you're going to buy that just to be buying it, I would go ahead. If you want to collect the classic Vinegar Syndrome collection, like that's an older one. Wouldn't it be killer? Here's an idea, right? Here's what I would do just to mix things up. And they kind of did this today, which is what got me started thinking about it, but I don't think they did it intentionally. I'd just start adding shit into the sale like as the fucking sale was going along. Like wait about 15 minutes in and then like drop another title and then just see if people like how long it takes people to notice it and wait another 15 minutes, like drop another one in there. I think that would be cool. Sure, I'm just gonna have to look up Amityville for some fucking reason. My brain is not processing it right now. 32.99 for the standard edition. Yeah, that is high. 747 are left in that. I think those are two good buys, Marco. It's a good choice. The umbrella ones are mainly the ones that I buy too, and sometimes um like I all that stuff like Saturn's core and um some of those other shot on video, I just can't. I can't get into those. Struck out getting Splinter. Got Alley Cat and Hearst. That's good. Mark Allen says Homegrown sold out my cart. Michael Kelly only picked up Death Row Game Show. I mean, this is another one that really depends on your taste because a lot of people hate that movie. It's very slow. I liked it. I like the idea of the killer use and the implement that he kills people with and everything. And I didn't mind it that much, but a lot of people really did not like it. Now the prices are not discounted whatsoever. Wrath of Deuce picked up Wrath of Deuce, is that what that is? Picked up Amityville and Spookies. Yes. Brad, this is their definition of sale prices because it's Vinegar Syndrome. The only place that would probably be worse would be Severn in terms of sale. Well, I can't even say that now because Severn had a killer sale last time where like they had stuff for like $8 or $9. As a matter of fact, I got the whole freaking Bruno Mattei collection for what, about $50? So somebody asked the question, who was it up here that asked, like, if anybody, yeah, Mayor asked, has anyone spent $500 or $700 to get those shitty posters? And if so, I would just like to know, like, what happens after you do that? Like, is the coupon code for the poster or is it just for like a discount on the poster? I'm curious. Yes, remember to spend your $750 immediately to get a super secret, super scion secret. Yeah, so Dirk likes it. That's cool. It's Argento's only American made film, great killer and Savini effects. He bought both posters and spent $1,200 on the sale. Well, Kevin Kruger, what happened? Like, what's the deal? Do you get a coupon code? Like, how does that work? I'm curious. Inquiring minds need to know. Yes, you're buying basically a draft lottery ticket for the poster, the opportunity, the chance of a lifetime. Don't let it pass you by because you only get one. All right, so real quick, let me summarize this before I get off here on what my recommendations would be for the shit that's left, which ain't a whole hell of a lot left, bulls. Jesus Christ, everything's sold out. Never mind. It don't matter what my recommendations are, you're gonna be able to buy shit. Madman. Rest in pieces. Spookies is still there. Amityville. And Texas Chainsaw still there. Bulls, get on that. Undead. That's another pretty cool zombie film from Australia. Last Gas finally sold out. It's a shame we can't make fun of that anymore. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here, Bulls. There's nothing else on here. Everybody have a great Labor Day weekend. Check us out tomorrow when we do the last edition of the Summer Slashback with Tarrant 10 Killer and the Last Slumber Party. That's going to be a fucking magical night that I just really looking forward to rewatching those movies again. And, check out the Friday Night Live show that we did last night. If you haven't, check out Alpha Romero's stream. Just check out his shit in general because it's killer. Also, Dirk shit, Eurocrypt coming up. Dirk, I don't know when the fuck that show is because I'm horrible with time frames. Let me know at some point. But I'm Uncle Bill. We're Dead Pit. I'm going to get the hell up on out of here. And you all have a pleasant weekend.
I'd like to tell people thumbs up the video, Uncle Bill.
Would you?
Yes. Thumbs it up with violence and fury and just love everything about it, right, Uncle Bill?
Yeah. You hit the heart button, then you hit the ass button, then you hit the go fuck yourself button. Follow that up with the I don't give a shit button.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit radio shirts. You can get Last South on the Left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Special thanks goes out to our supporters on Patreon. Do you know what kind of stuff you can get on Patreon, Uncle Bill, starting at only $1 a month?
What's that?
Access to every Dead Pit show since 2005. We got almost 200 fan commentaries that we've done over the decades.
We have a literal jukebox full of songs and thousands of reviews. I don't even know how many shows are up on there now that we've done over the years.
Hundreds of thousands.
You need to figure this out now and subscribe to us on Patreon and YouTube and Instagram and help us to 1 million. The road to 1 million subscribers starts today.